It's your 15 minutes to fame. Elle Marie's tips to shift your career from lame into the fast lane. Your 15 minutes starts now.
Hi, and welcome to 15 Minutes to Fame, the show that takes your career from lame into the fast lane. I'm your host, Elle Marie, and I'm the co-founder and partner in Ellen Wright Group Creative Services. If you'd like to know more about Ellen Wright Group, please visit our website at www.ellenwrightgroup.com. In this segment of 15 Minutes to Fame, I'm going to call this Independent Artistry 101. In this segment, we're going to define what the independent artist is, how to define yourself as an independent artist. Also, we're going to talk about tools and education, and as well as one very, very important tip. If you don't get anything else from this video, you make sure you get number 3, and I'll tell you what that is later. So first of all, we're going to define the independent artist. We hear this term a lot all over the place, independent artist. So what exactly is an independent artist? Well, my definition is someone who has taken their career into their own hands. They've shunned the mainstream and they've decided they're going to DIY, do it yourself. And that means that they have taken on the responsibility for not only developing their career, for marketing, for implementing, for promoting, for distributing. They pretty much do everything. Now, that doesn't mean that because you're an independent artist that everything has to be done alone, but it pretty much means that you have taken control of every aspect of your career. Now, how do you define yourself as an independent artist? This is one of the things that we're going to talk about in the 15 Minutes to Fame segments, defining yourself as an independent artist. I like to think of the independent artist in the terms of being an IMM, or creating an IMM, and that is an integrated marketing message. What that means is that what you do, what you say, what you look like, all matches. You're always saying the same thing, sending the same message. And in these 15 Minutes to Fame videos, that is one of the things that I'm going to help you to do, is to create an integrated marketing message for yourself, to package yourself as a total artist. Of course, we're going to talk about other things like marketing and distribution, but those things will come later. Number 2 in Independent Artistry 101 is tools and education. Now, would you go to a doctor who has never been to school, never studied, and he said that he was going to do surgery on you? Well, a lot of people take that same approach to performing and going into the entertainment industry. A lot of people feel like you can just enter into the industry and not really have any education. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to Juilliard or somewhere like that and get a degree in music or get a degree in theater, but it does mean that there are things that you really need to know as an independent artist, because these things will be very important to you. There are things like basic contract law, what a very basic contract looks like. There are things like copyright law, because copyright will get you into a whole lot of trouble. So there are things like that that the independent artist really needs to know and be aware of. Also, you need to know what is cutting edge in your field, be it theater, entertainment, or actually, you know, one of the things about these videos is that even though we're talking about them in the terms of the independent artist and performer, a lot of these tips and tools and tricks and ideas can be applied to really any type of career. And so one of the things that's really important is knowing your industry. And that includes research, that includes networking, that includes asking questions, and it definitely includes watching these kind of videos, because I have done a lot of the research for you, and I'm more than happy to share this research. not for the low price of $14.99, but for absolutely free. I want to bring this information to you because I feel that being able to have control of your career is such a powerful position to have. And I want to make sure that everyone who is really serious about performing is able to do that and has the tools they need to take control of their career. Also, just by doing education and research, there's a lot of ways to save money because, as we know, especially if you're going into acting for one, by the time you do headshots and classes and all of those things, it costs a lot of money. And so by following these tips and tricks and watching these videos, I'll also show you ways to save money. I'll show you how to build your own home studio where you don't have to depend on someone to go into their studio and record. You don't have to worry about having tons of money to go in whenever you're ready to record. So I'm going to show you how to build a simple home studio for very little money, definitely under $1,000, definitely under $500. I'm going to show you how to build your own. I'm going to show you some of the recommended reading because yes, you should read. You should have a library. I'm going to show you some of the books that are recommended. The last thing, and that kind of segues into number 3. Number 3 is really very important. Listen closely now. Listen. Don't quit your day job. Yeah, I said it. Don't quit your day job. Number one reason why an independent artist should not quit their day job, and I know all the time, the first thing that people want to do is once they decide that they want to be an artist, that performance is their life calling, they want to quit their day job. Well, one of the first reasons not to quit your day job is because, I don't know how to say this, but you know, when you're kind of worried about where you're going to sleep, how you're going to eat, how you're going to pay your bills, it kind of gives you this really unattractive air of desperation. And we all know desperation is not pretty. Think about the last time you went on a pity date because the person just kept hounding you and asking you and they were really desperate and you just went on a date with them just to get them off your back. Now, you might have gone on the date with them, but remember what you were thinking, how pitiful and disgusting this person was? Well, that's what you look like as an independent artist to anyone who may be interested, you know, if you're out selling your CDs or you're out trying to get a gig and you have this air of desperation, it's not pretty. So you shouldn't ever be out trying to sell CDs or trying to get a gig because you need to pay the bills or you need to put food on the table. So that is why you shouldn't quit your day job. Because while, like I said, I'm going to teach you ways to do it for a little bit of money, you're still going to have some money and you still got to live. You still have to eat. So please, if you don't get anything else from this video, please don't quit your day job. And this is just a little introduction to 15 Minutes to Fame series. We're going to go really in depth into all of these things that I've discussed today on this video, but this was just a brief introduction to the things that we'll be covering here. So, as always, in each video, here are your parting gifts.
A lot of people don't understand the analogy in hip-hop.
And so once again, thank you for watching this 15 Minutes to Fame series. So now what I want you to do is I want you to take your parting gifts, turn off this video, and go take 15 minutes to take your career into the best. If you have comments, questions, please feel free to email me at the address listed below. Also, make sure you check out our website at ellenwrightgroup.com and also our radio show at Verve Radio.
But in reality, if you listen to the words closely, I ease the savage beats. Until your soul I bring peace. Homie, you just another